Rosann, we've known each other for 3 decades.
Yes, a long time.
And you have been a professional counselor.
As you have been a professional counselor, how many people have we known in Hong Kong?
Yes, quite a lot.
So many different people.
And so many changes.
And that's why we want to think about women now and women then, and how women have changed over these years.
That must be very interesting.
Yes.
And it covered different generations.
Always.
Well, if they're interested in what we are talking about, how are they going to find us?
They're going to find us Tuesday night, 9 o'clock, PsychoAlchemy. We are women now and then.
See you there. Hi everybody, welcome back to Woman Now and Then. Hi Rosann. Last
Dorothy.
week we had such a good time talking about our stuff.
Oh, the things, the things, the things. Yes.
And I can imagine all my girlfriends were laughing because I think we have similar problem.
Wow.
So many things at home. And imagine if they have children, now they have grandchildren, and the place didn't get any bigger, and you have so many stuff. And sometimes my girlfriends will say something like, oh gosh, I really want to get out of the house because the house becomes like a piles and piles of clothes.
Yes.
And if the grandchildren comes in and live for a weekend, and there are toys and mess, and you cannot reject your children, right? Your children
you
coming
cannot
back
do
and
that.
stay with you.
Yes.
And then there are cups, mugs, bottles everywhere, and sometimes say, well, the house no longer belong to me.
Whoa.
Being hijacked. And
yes, my house has been hijacked.
and I always I'm quite sarcastic.
Yes.
I say, well, remember when we were young, we usually play a song. It's called "The House Is Not a Home."
Oh,
Remember?
yeah.
And they said, yeah, I hate that song. So sad. But that is true, right? You might have a house, and I think a lot of Hong Kong people spend their fortune in their house.
Of course.
Right. But the house was designed by a famous designer, but the house had no personality. It's just a signature of the famous designer.
That could be.
Right. As you
That
can
could be.
see in those beautiful avant-garde magazine.
Yes.
But you don't have your feeling, your own touch. So maybe today we were going to talk about, well, a house and a home.
House
So,
and home.
Yeah, how can we change our apartment, our house to a home? And how our women then, with less money, less items, they manage to create a home for their children. Whereas now, women, we have more money, we might be able to buy the best couch, the best furniture, but the children don't want to stay there because the house is not a home. So maybe today we can talk about how women
House and home.
yes, can help
Yeah.
and make a house into a home. And we can start from general, what do you think about
Very general.
general
Very
first.
general. The word house, House.
Yes.
Different from home, Home.
Yes.
A home has me.
H-O-M-E. Yes. Yes.
Home has me in it. And it's not just the setting up of this space.
Yes.
Having a home, being a homemaker, the woman makes the house into a home.
Okay. Yes.
The homemaker takes the empty flat and creates a living space. So there is human idea, there's human effort, and there's human living going on.
Yes.
What do we expect in a home? We expect, where do you live? Often means, where do you sleep?
Yes. Yes.
Okay? Where do you eat? Well, I eat out all the time, say some people, but do you ever eat at home? So a home has a kitchen, a food preparation area,
Yeah.
a bedroom area, a bathroom area for bodily essentials and washing. And a lot of washing has creams and foam and drying agents and creams to put on afterwards. So taking care of the body is one of the things that's done at home. unless for a special occasion you're going to a salon or to a spa. But usually we care for ourselves. We care for our bodies at home.
Yes.
So we sleep at home. That's the big question. Where do you live? That means, where do you sleep?
Yeah.
Where do you sleep?
Where do you eat?
Where do you eat? Where do you care for your body?
Yeah.
And then comes this more vague thing of, where do you go for comfort? Where do you go for security?
Yes.
So many people, when I walk in that door at night and close the world out, I know I'm home. Which is another way of saying, when I'm in my space, I'm comfortable.
Yes.
Now, for many people in Hong Kong, around the world, and many of our viewers, maybe it's not a home, maybe it's a room.
No, yeah, yeah.
We have to remember that for many, many people, the space that is their own, her own, is a room.
Yes.
Maybe there's a bathroom adjoining, or a bathroom down the hall, or a bathroom nearby. But the place where she sleeps is her resting place,
Yes.
her comfort area. So home is connected to where you're comfortable,
Yeah.
where you're okay, and to some extent where you nurture yourself. What gives you comfort? The space that gives you comfort, where maybe you're playing music,
Yeah, yeah.
maybe you're stretched out watching an electronic screen, maybe you're reading a book or magazine,
Yeah.
maybe you're meditating.
Yeah, or maybe just staring out of the window.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
the place means you're okay. Home usually means you're safe there. Safe and comfortable.
Yes, yes. You know, when you said that, when you first start with the home ends with ME,
Yes.
the me has to be in, I immediately think of, so that's why house is ends with USE.
Yes.
It's something that you use, right?
Yes.
So it's functional, right?
Yes.
Whereas home is more to you, it's your own feeling.
Right.
And you helped me solve a big puzzle I had
Really?
in the last 2-3 months. As I told you before, I'm renovating. I'm actually moving out of my old apartment to a
Wow.
new apartment. So in this new place, I can do my own thing. But I was struggling. I have very little artistic sense. And you know, Hong Kong apartment is so small.
Oh, yes.
And I need to put in all my stuff in this little place. And in the past, because I rent this place, and I usually just buy another big cupboard
Cabinet.
and just put everything inside, right?
Yeah.
But now I have my little place. I really want this to be my own design.
Oh.
So I no longer need to buy those just something out from the street, and I can fit. I have a fit furniture, we call this, right? But the thing is, once I have some sort of designer to help me design this so-called fit furniture,
Oh, yeah.
it become very, how do I say, more like a factory kind of feel.
Really?
You know what I mean?
Oh, my
Yeah,
goodness.
right. If you buy a cabinet from here, cabinet from there, actually they all have unique style.
Right.
But if you have a carpenter came in to
He's
do,
going to do it all in the wall.
yeah, and
however you want it.
right, it's important in Hong Kong because our space is so small.
Yes.
But then after he drew me all these thing, and I really felt, wow, it looks like a hospital.
Oh.
Or maybe to be fair, it's more like a typical Japanese hotel,
Oh.
right? Those Muji
yes.
hotel.
Right, where
Everything is so well fit.
And then you only see the bed, because everything else is already organized.
Yeah.
Oh, Dorothy.
I don't know, I was struggling. On one hand, I knew it's very practical. I have so much stuff, and I do need that kind of fixture in order to put all my thing away. But at the same time, like when I came over to your place, I think your place is more like a home.
Oh,
Right, with different design.
Different designs,
You don't
yes.
need to be everything look like a hotel kind of
That's
setting,
right.
So the sofa doesn't need to match with the thing, right? So I was like struggling for such a long time, and after he had designed so much for me, I felt bad if I reject his design, as if I want to go back to scratch, right?
Ooh.
But somehow I'm struggling.
But that's you.
Yeah, that's me. So I don't know what I want. And as
Yeah.
I told you in the last episode, I'm not that environmental sensitive,
Yeah.
right? So I was struggling. Maybe once I walk in, the place is so well organized, I felt very comfortable. And do I really want some place that is so me, right? I have
Yes.
to put so much effort in buying a cabinet, selecting an end table, make sure I have a comfortable chair. You know, I'm not that picky. So I'm
Oh.
giving mixed message to
Yes.
my designer and contractor, and they want to kill me.
Oh.
For almost 3 months, I cannot decide.
Oh yeah.
I cannot make up my mind
Woo.
what I really want.
Yeah, but that's the art of living
Mm-hmm.
is a continuous process.
Yes. Yes.
Living is not set up the apartment, that's it.
Yeah. It's not like
Living-
open the door going
No,
into a hotel, right?
It's how you want to change things, how you want to live. What a process, though.
Yeah.
So maybe you need some of each. Maybe you need some
Mm.
cabinets
Mm.
to hold things in the walls.
Uh-huh.
And then you need to be able to choose
Mm.
what you would like to have.
Yeah.
And that takes a while. Don't expect it to come all at once.
Mm.
Why should it come all at once?
Maybe
We
I
don't
just
know.
don't want to waste so much time on it.
Could
Yeah.
be.
But I'm programming myself, and
Yes.
I'm glad we have this episode about home.
Yes.
Yeah. And whether I can feel at home.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the bedroom to me is so important.
All
Yeah.
right.
Mainly not because I like to sleep. Actually, I do a lot of reading
Ah.
on my bed. Right? I will read in the living room, some sort of little area that I can open up my book and papers and start writing. But my real enjoyment is when I bring this one book and I take it to my bed
Pillows.
and pillows, yeah, and then my little Bowie cat will come along and will go meow meow meow, and I'll say, okay, I play with you, and I keep on reading.
Ah,
Yeah.
comfort.
That to me, that is
comfort.
the best time of my
Yes.
day.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, we want to preserve that.
Okay.
We definitely want to preserve that.
Mm.
Wow. That's good.
Yeah.
That is really
Right.
good.
And I remember when I was very young, my parents' room have an island bed, and one
Oh.
side, there are two sides, so my father can get off from that side and my mom can get off from the other side. And when we were young, me and my brother Paul will take our little thing, my pillow, and we will just, and a little blanket, and we will just sleep on each side of
Yes, yes, yes.
and those were
Yes.
the days we have very close family.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then one time my mom decided to renovate the place because more relatives are moving in. So we have no place to stay. At that time we can't afford a hotel. So
Right.
we went to my father's factory and we
Yes.
just make beds there.
Of course. And there are plenty of people in Hong Kong still doing
We're
things
still
like
doing
that.
things like that.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes.
Yeah, and then think the bedroom is a place where you can rest, you can read, it's like a family gathering place. And I don't know, but nowadays, women now, well, they might have a much nicer place to stay. They don't need to share their apartment, but the husband might not be around.
Yeah.
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 Because of a lot of work in Hong Kong now, the men have to travel to China.
Often.
Yeah, so it's all alone in this queen size bed
Yes.
and have nobody. And then the children, occasionally when they were young, they would come over, Mom, can I stay with you? And it becomes such a habit. The children will stay in the father's side. And when the father finally
yeah.
come back from China,
Oh, my goodness.
and the children are not willing to get off the
Yeah.
bed and go back to their room. And sometimes it's like the mother, the children, and then the father, and it becomes so crowded. The father one day will say, forget it. I
Yes.
will go to sleep at my son's room. And that's another frightening thing. The beginning of separate beds.
Yes.
Right?
Yes,
And
yes,
so
yes.
House is an interesting place.
Well, house is very interesting, and it does remind me there are people with sleep issues. They cannot get to sleep easily.
Mhm.
So one of the first questions they asked is, well, what's your bedroom like? Do you have a television in your bedroom? Take it out.
Take it out, yeah. And
You
now take
bring-
away the iPhone too.
Take away the iPhone and the computer.
electronic devices
it out,
all out,
out.
right?
And if you're reading in your bedroom, take it out.
Oh no.
So because Hong Kong is so busy. We're a 24-hour city. It is, you're just asked to question, when are you without noise? And is this the place? I challenge that, because if you also have a place, let's say in the living dining area, wherever you might have a chair, where you can sit quietly for a while, meditate, or pray, or imagine, that's where you're not involved in the electronic sounds, and if you're not reading. And there's question about, can you easily read at home? Can you easily pray at home? Can you easily meditate at home? Now some people say, oh yes, I can meditate while I'm walking home. I can meditate on the bus. All right, but that's not quite it. What do you want your home for? What do you want home for? We do know that in Hong Kong, among multi-generation families, there are some homes where no one cooks. The kitchens are not used.
Because no rice couple.
Yes.
No cooking.
Because they're eating at his mom's house or her mom's house.
Or eat out.
Or eating out.
Yeah.
And they either come home just to sleep, watch television, talk to each other.
Yep.
Or the teenagers also could eat at the grandparents' home.
Oh yeah, right.
This is very common among
very
men.
common.
You know, the idea that everybody sits at one table and eats at the same time might not be happening in all those families. And that everyone can gather in the bed. Oh, that's not done sometimes. So we have to rethink, when you say home, when I say home, when Gloria or Susie or Janet says home, people might have a very different idea in their heads of what their home is. The thing that's common is the making of a home. It can't be a home unless you want it to be a home.
Yes.
Can't be a
When
home.
you just said that, I was thinking there are certain people, like the middle income group, they indeed had a nice little dining area, but you can imagine if there are children, the dining table are actually all textbook books, and they don't have a place to eat.
Yes.
And when they have dinner, maybe the mom just give them a plate of rice with some food, and they just go and sit over and watching the TV.
Yes.
And I remember when I first studied psychology, and there's this on child development, there's this whole big issues about how important for the family to be together and have a dinner together. But now I think in Hong Kong, even at my age, my father and my mother, maybe at that time television is a big deal.
Yes.
We'll just turn on the TV and we watch the TV and eat. There's
Yes.
very little talking. And now it's even worse, right? Everyone becomes so natural. The TV is on and they watch TV and eat together. And now, I don't know about your clients, but my clients are telling me the kids will just come out, grab their food, and bring their food to the room to watch the computer. They're not even watching TV together. Watching TV together to Chinese family or Hong Kong family is still a family event.
Yes.
But now they don't even share the same program.
So eating together means something different. Some surveys were done among secondary school students in Hong Kong. It turns out that when you ask how many meals a week do you eat with your family, 2 was the most common. Lunchtime on Saturday and lunchtime on Sunday.
Oh, gosh.
And it was either eating out or going to the grandparents' home.
Yeah.
But the family meant more than one generation, often 3 generations.
Right.
But the average for the week is twice. So Hong Kong people eat out. I don't know if that's true. Maybe other large cities as well.
Yeah. We got to talk about this in more details. Let's come back and we'll continue our conversation about the house is not a home.